So essentialism. So how do we stumble upon essentialism? By way of a book.
Yeah.
That's how most things are introduced to us. We weren't looking for it. It found us.
Mm-hmm. I think Abby recommended it.
He did when we were at dinner, right? He did. So
great recommendation, Abby. Thank you.
Yes, he dropped the gem. We picked it up, got the book, listened to the book. As soon as he started talking, I said, wow.
Yeah.
He started reading.
Blown.
He started reading from the beginning of the book, basically with posing some of the same questions we asked y'all. Like, do you feel like you have so much to do? Everything's important and you feel all over the goddamn place.
Yeah. He said it in a more eloquent way, but that's the homegirl way.
He did, but we're talking to the homegirl, so that's how we're saying it. So
let's tell them what essentialism is.
So what essentialism is, it is a deliberate practice of saying no and focusing on only what is truly important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all, this gonna grab y'all wigs and snatch your edges.
It is.
If you have a U part, make sure it's laid down.
make sure you're
gripping it tight.
Hold your gripped. Hold everything's intact because we're going on a wild ride today.
Yes. So, what I love about essentialism, and again, this is everything that we've learned in the book. Essentialism, or the way of the essentialism, it's about doing things, not doing everything, but doing the right things. It's not about doing less. It's about doing less but better, right? Like, you don't want to just not do nothing. That's not what we're saying. Essentialism when you first hear that, you might think, oh, I'm not doing shit.
Yeah.
That's how I thought about it. But the more you get into it, you realize that it's about figuring out what's truly important. You focus on those things because those are the things that truly matter, that add value to your life, and everything else will find its way where it's supposed to go, or you realize that it's not supposed to happen at all. Less but better. That's what we're focusing on.
I like that.
Using our energy and our resources and our time efficiently and effectively to get the most quality, because the way we live in this society, we've been conditioned to work. More work equals more rewards equals more results. The harder you work. Yeah. Yes. The harder you work, the more you're going to get. You got to sleep when you dead and hustle culture. That is not true, because we know that when we work a lot, we burn out.
Yeah.
Or we spread ourselves thin, or we do too much. We take on hella tasks, and then you're not able to do what you need to do at a high level. So really you end up fucking yourself.
Exactly.
You end up fucking yourself. So what we want to do is put our energy into the right places so we can do less things, but better.
Exactly. The things that we're doing them at a high quality.
Yes.
We're doing
quality over quantity.
In that part. Mm-hmm. And also, not letting our work, our activities run our lives, because if we don't prioritize our life, the things that we're participating in or somebody else will. Mm-hmm. We this happens all the time. Like, there's so many meetings we feel like we need to be in every meeting. We feel like we need to be at every function. We've talked about the fear of missing out on this show before. We feel like we have to say yes to everything that comes our way. And that's not the case. So I was super excited and happy to just have this material fall on our desk, mm-hmm. because I feel like I can really benefit from this and grow.
Yeah, same.
And get some of the things that I need to get done.
Yeah. And what's really interesting, and when you put it into perspective, when you realize everything that you say yes to, you're saying no to something else. When you say, yeah, I'm going to the function, you just said, no, I can't get my groceries. This happens to me all the time, y'all. It happens to me all the time. I'm like, oh, yes, it's going to be a Sunday fun day. If I don't prioritize getting my groceries in the morning to set myself up for the week, it's not happening.
There it goes. Whole week done.
So, exactly. I just said yes to going out, and I said no to being successful.
Right. And you know what? It happens in the smallest ways, because mm-hmm. when we say yes to being on our phone, scrolling on TikTok all night, you're saying no to looking up topics for the podcast,
right, being productive,
reading a book for development, or even just to tap into that creative space. Mm-hmm. You said yes to that and then said no to something that would actually help you.
Right.
I've been saying yes.
Exactly. I know.
And I've been saying no to myself.
I know. And when you think about the things that we do say yes to, so somewhat frivolously, it's like, oh yeah, I can do that. Oh, even the social media scrolling. Oh yeah, I'm just picking my phone up. I'm running that up.
Yeah, it's mindless.
And then I look up and 30 minutes has passed and I'm like, wow,
mm-hmm.
what did I do that for? 30
Yeah.
minutes of my day that could have been used for something else, gone.
Yeah.
Gone. Mm-mm.
And the thing with essentialism is we've talked about minimalism on here like way back when,
Oh, yeah.
2016, 2017,
26.
beginning of time.
Yeah.
And this is not just something that you're implementing, right? This is really a mindset shift. If you are tapping into essentialism, this is really a mindset shift, like changing the way that you've been thinking, the way you've been operating, and deciding, you know what, I want better, I want different. What do I need to do? And then doing those things.
Yeah. Essentialism isn't the way you do one thing, it's the way to do everything.
Yeah.
Just something to think
And
about.
it can be challenging because it is going against what society is telling us to do. Like you mentioned, society is telling us go, 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 do, succeed, more and more and more. So if we're not doing that, it can feel weird. It can feel like you're being lazy. It can feel like you're not being productive. And it can feel uncomfortable.
And truly, guess what? We're not being productive because we're not doing the things that matter.
Yeah.
See, my TikTok scrolling keeps me from being productive.
It's the busy versus. It's easy to be busy.
Yeah. Yeah. Busyness with a.
But now productive.
Busy with no business.
We call busyness productivity when it don't always be that.
Yeah, you be
it's
busy.
Just like
but
you're
not
just
productive.
doing shit, girl, but you're not really doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Take that one.
So let's get into the essentialist approach, right? Like how can we tap into this and like start the steps. So
and become the essentialist.
Yes, become.
That's what we want to do, become an essentialist.
So the way the book breaks it down is into 3 categories or 3 steps, right?
Yeah, 3 pillars of
3
essentialism.
pillars, and there's steps inside of each pillar. So the first step is to explore and evaluate. So during this time, we're going to spend as much time as we can exploring, listening, debating, questioning, and thinking, right? And the reason why we're doing this is so that we can figure out and decide what are the vital items, right? What are the things that are really important to me amidst all the things that I'm doing or participating in or that I think are important. So when we're exploring and evaluating, we are doing some deep work. We're journaling. We're tapping into play. So that can look like going out and doing things that help you spark creativity and just learn more and discover more about yourself. And also making sure you're getting adequate sleep.
Yeah.
Because that's important.
Yeah, you know, this explore and evaluate aspect of essentialism really stuck out to me. In the wrap up, I don't know if y'all remember, but I mentioned that I wanted to implement more play, and it came out of listening to this book and really wanting to adopt the principles and the way of the essentialist. Because I know that this is an area that I lack in, which keeps me from being more creative. But in addition to that, it's so mind-boggling and how simple it is to understand that truly self-awareness, which is journaling, play and curiosity, and sleep, rest, can really change our lives. You know what I mean? So this is not one of those things that you feel like, oh, I could put that to the side. I don't have to journal. Actually, I do need to reflect.
Exactly.
It's damn near mandatory. I don't have time to play. No, you do. You have to play.
Right.
You know, I don't have time to sleep. Sleep is for the weak. No, nigga, you need rest.
You do.
Your brain works better when you're rested. I noticed this. I have over the last few weeks, almost a month now, I've been going to sleep at 10:30 to get at least like 7 hours of sleep every day. And a few nights I fucked myself. I fucked with myself. and I went to sleep a little later and I felt it. I felt how different I felt when I have 7-8 hours of sleep versus 5 to 6. I was like, bruh, I was operating at a low level.
Yeah, bottom tier.
No, yeah, it's bottom of the barrel. I said, oh wow, I can't go out like this.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah.
What does play look like to you? Do you know?
I'm still figuring it out. It's an intention of mine for 2023, but play right now and exploring curiosity means like asking questions, not being afraid if I don't know something, setting aside time that is explicitly for myself to do nothing, right? It might look like going on, I said I wanted to do an adult gymnastics class and I did look for one, but the reviews were bad. So I have to circle back on that. But yeah, allowing my spirit to just be open and wide and free.
Yeah.
Yeah. And trying to DJ looks like play. Takes a lot of mental effort. And play doesn't have to be like
super fun, like jumping.
Yeah. Like there's the aspects of that.
Yeah.
But learning a new hobby and skill can be play.
Yeah.
You know, there's hard parts of playing too. Think about when you learn,
be.
when you play outside with kids and you're getting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this section is really about just creating the space and time for yourself, and even making yourself unavailable at times, which can be hard for some of us, but like carving out the time to be like, you know what? I can't.
Yeah.
This time is for me.
Greg, the author, would say that this is about discerning the trivial few from the trivial many, from the vital few. There's a lot of things that's vying for our time that constantly wants us to say, yes, pick me, do this. We feel it all the time. Send an email, go to work, scroll on the internet, talk on the phone, send a text, there's a lot of things that are, struggling,
that are pulling at us
constantly throughout the day. But it's for us to decide what's most important to me right now. What can I focus my attention on? Because I can't do it all.
I just can't.
You can't.
I can't.
And the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be.